Greetings, survivors and friends, SHADOWFRAX here. What an exciting time to be alive! In other news, I have the latest from the past week's Rust development for you as well, so let's just jump right into it, shall we? After the fantastic patch last week, there were a couple of teeny tiny hotfixes required, amending such bugs and features as the Ragdoll Space Program, some incorrect descriptions, skins not showing on a few items, and a couple of ADS-related issues. Gary got stuck into fiddling around with the in-game map this week, and if you fire up staging, you'll notice things look a tad different there now. First up, there's a new shader in town, which makes the topography a lot more obvious and is closer to what you'll see on the internet. The grid looks different, and various icons have been tweaked and scaled. As well as seeing which direction players are facing, their icons now have a cone of vision visualization, just to make sure you get the idea. Although that FOV looks a bit like 40 or something. On main at the moment, if you want to find an oil rig, you'll have to use your eyeballs, but on staging, you can now zoom out far enough to know both their position and whether there's a locked crate on any of them. Excuse me. That's better. The best thing though, potentially, is that in changing up the way the map renders, Gary's managed to save nearly 700 game objects, text and UI elements on a 4K map, and obviously this scales down if the map is smaller. I just wish we could draw things on it again. That's all my inner artist wants. There was also, briefly on staging, a change to the bootstrap this week with a flashy new face punch screen to greet you, although this has now been reverted, but I thought I'd mention it anyway. It was a bit too jolly, if you ask me. A lot of people know about this now, but it came to my attention after I'd made last week's video, so I'll mention it for the rest of you. On both the small and large oil rigs, you'll find a sign in one of the rooms with an SOS code. If you can stay alive that long, of course. So what? Well, if you have a pager, for instance, you can set it to one of these frequencies and get a live notification whenever someone hacks a locked crate on that particular rig. It seems that frequencies 4760 to 4790 have been set aside for this purpose and can't be broadcast on by players, only received. Obviously, the bajillion scientists guarding those long-sleeved shirts and sets of wooden armor weren't enough, so now every clan on the island gets to bundle in too. Joke. Oh, and if you bought Facepunch's most recent game Clatter in order to unlock this fantastic helmet in Rust, but then you refunded it because that's all you got it for, it's gonna get confiscated now. Serve you right. What's wrong with you? Don't you guys like turn-based arena tactics games with robots or something? Also, if you do have the helmet, the fire sound it emits has been turned off. Ninja rejoice. In works in progress, Helk's working on a new mini-game for retrieving underwater crates, as he threatened to in the last blog. I don't have any visuals on it yet, but there will be vines wrapped around some, or all of them, I don't know yet, that you'll have to untie first, and I think you'll need the new combat knife to do it. Don't take that as gospel though, I'm just going on what was said previously. A bandit camp lighting revamp is heavily underway, with new fog effects. Again, it's too early for any visuals, but I'll bring you these as soon as I have them. The latest version of Unity, which could bestow on us some graphics improvements, bug fixes and performance boosts, is currently being integrated on a separate branch. But it's early days, and a new seasonal event is being worked on too, which should hit in a small update next Thursday and includes something about a basket and a scaled knife blade. I'm sure all will become clear as yogurt on the day. It appears that a couple of new crafted silencer models have been made, one based on a soda can and another on an oil filter. How exactly will these be implemented? I don't know. Will we have to use the soda one on some weapons and the filter one on others? Haven't the foggiest. They look pretty big. Will they obscure my vision? Seems likely, but your guess is as good as mine. When will we be able to use them? Search me, but I'll give you answers to all these questions and less as soon as I find out. And finally... Stay tuned. Leave me a comment, please. Negative or positive, I don't care as long as it's honest. Scrub the like and subscribe buttons and poke the notification bell with the loofah. Pop along and follow me on Twitch, Twitter, Facebook, Discord, and my Steam group to stay up to date with me even more. And I shall catch you all soon. But in the meantime, keep calm and stay rusty. Cheerio.